Hi guys, I'm just on here today to talk about all the Microsoft news that's been happening lately. I'm sure most people have heard by now about the Game Pass price increase. Game Pass Ultimate will be 29.99 US dollars, up from 19.99. Premium and Essential are staying the same, and PC Game Pass is going to 16.49, up from 11.99. But they've also added Ubisoft Classics and Fortnite Crew. Games like Call of Duty will only be on Ultimate day one. This has led to so many people canceling their subscriptions that Microsoft's website was crashing for certain people. This is the second time in a year that Microsoft have increased their prices, which to me is proving that it's unsustainable. This is probably why Sony was so hesitant to start their own subscription based equivalent with PlayStation Plus. This comes off the back of Xbox increasing the price of the Series X to 650 US dollars, which is up from 600 US dollars, and the Series S from 380 US dollars to 400 US dollars. Earlier this year, Xbox announced the price of the Outer Worlds 2 as 80 US dollars, and then they backtracked to 70 US dollars thanks to community backlash. But this is just a start, and I'd expect $80 games to eventually become the norm for Xbox. Then there's the rumors of the next gen console being cancelled, which went around the internet like wildfire. Xbox had to come out and clarify that this isn't true, but it just shows where the trust is at in this company. Everyone knows how the last console generation ended up with the Xbox One, but it seems like Microsoft's taken so many missteps lately that it eclipses even that. Then you've got the prices of the ROG Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X being 600 US dollars and 1,000 US dollars, which will likely struggle to sell at that price as it's already a niche product. With a product like that, it's probably best to sell at a loss and push people to buying your first party games. They could also introduce new incentives for the ROG Xbox Ally, like maybe cheaper Game Pass or just a cheaper Game Pass model for that console. But regardless of that, I think we'll see Xbox stick around for at least one more generation before they turn into a complete software production company, following in similar footsteps as Sega in the past. Now there's rumors of Xbox having more layoffs early next year, which wouldn't surprise anybody at this point. To me, it feels like this is why they pushed everything is an Xbox so hard, because eventually they're trying to push everyone to cloud streaming and they're going to stop selling consoles. Now, I don't think the infrastructure is nowhere near where it needs to be to do that, and it probably won't for many, many years, if ever. I think many countries just won't have the internet speed to handle that. Now to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Been reported that Microsoft lost $300 million last year with Black Ops 6 being put onto Game Pass. Now, I've been a fan of Call of Duty for many, many years, and I believe there's more to this story, which I haven't really seen other people report on. I think things like skill based matchmaking is driving players away, all the childish skins they're not listening to, and constantly lying to their community. It was also reported that in March 2023, Microsoft told the FTC that the Activision Blizzard acquisition wouldn't lead to price increases, yet here we are. I struggle to see how they lost $300 million by putting Black Ops 6 on Game Pass when 83% of sales were on PlayStation. If anyone has followed Call of Duty in any way, they know the player retention is already so low. And even though they flaunted their numbers for Black Ops 6 when it came out, most people that follow Call of Duty know that Modern Warfare 3, which sold less last year, had better player retention throughout the year. Now, this can be easily turned around for Activision. All they really need to do is follow EA's footsteps with Battlefield and start listening to community feedback, and even possibly have real players test their game during the year like Battlefield Labs. That'll go a long way to bringing players back into the franchise and actually sticking to it. I think at the end of the day, Xbox no longer being around would be the worst thing for everybody, as competition breeds creativity, and we definitely need more of that in the industry. The missteps from Sony this generation have shown they've been on top for so long that they no longer need to try. Which also leads back to Call of Duty trying things like an open matchmaking system in their beta, which stems from Battlefield 6 being so popular. In closing, it just feels like Xbox have made so many mistakes lately that just about anybody could make up a rumor and anyone on the internet would believe it. I don't know what they can do, but a management change at the company might be the best thing that could happen to them, or it might be the worst, but I guess time will tell. Let me know your thoughts below and we'll have a discussion about all of this. Thanks for sticking around. That's all I've got for today. Bye.